Okay, Nanny Anna. Can you speak on the miracles? Can you speak on Jesus's miracles? Walking on water, healing the sick, raising the dead. Your miracle of living for 600 years. Can you speak on that right now? Because clearly you know how to make this happen. I don't know how this is happening. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay. Tell me what's going on here. So, the miracles are possible when you attain the consciousness that, what is it called? When you're aware of the esoteric truth, okay, like Madame Blavatsky, Manly P. Hall, like those occultists, when you understand the Kabbalah, when you understand your ego. Oh my God, there's flies everywhere right here. Whoa, whoa, my God, they're everywhere. There's flies right here. So, when your consciousness, so we were telling you earlier today, Kelly, that in the beginning there was one, and it was bliss, and then there was this curiosity about separation, and then the one had to split into two in order to explore that separation. There was a decision to explore separation, and how does one become two? How does infinite consciousness experience duality? In order for infinity to experience duality, you can't divide it. Like in math, we say you divide it in half. You can't divide infinity because infinity doesn't have a limit. It doesn't have an end. You can't divide it. The only way to create duality from a place of infinite unity consciousness is an inversion. It's kind of like an entanglement of, it's like a temporary entanglement that creates a physicality. Contrast and, I don't know what's going on with these flies, but contrast exists in an elusive state. So that's like a dream. It's like part of the unity consciousness went into a dream, and it was temporary. And it's a cooperative process because the compartmentalization of the two became infinitely compartmentalized as well. And the two just kept splitting, right? Like the Big Bang, it just split. Like the cell divides and then it just continues splitting, like it grows exponentially. And then eventually all of those separations dissolve and it goes back into one. And that's what you're learning how to do very slowly right now with handling your triggering emotional events. That triggering event causes you to possibly disassociate. If your mind can't handle those two, if your experience and your belief system are so opposed that you have to disassociate, that's a compartmentalization that happens in the illusion. When you can reverse the disassociation and collapse the compartmentalization and heal the opposing contrasts in your mind, then you return to unity consciousness. And when you do that, you correct the inversion and you return to light. And light, when you're in the light, you see the illusion. So you go from being asleep and compartmentalized to awake and seeing the illusion. And when you can see the illusion, play with the light, understand that the light becomes physical. So if you can play with the light, you can play with the physical. And that's what you're doing, Kelly. We are not separate from you. We are you. Okay? We are you from a higher perspective of unity, where it's all one. So we're not separate up here. You're in the 3D communicating with us. That's the miracle, that you're communicating with your higher self, which is unity consciousness. And that's how miracles can show up for you, because you understand that you can find love in the light and you can heal your karma that way through forgiveness. And then it shows you more of the illusion, and the more and more and more that you heal your own karma, take responsibility for creating peace in the world instead of conflict, then you step outside of the illusion. The illusion doesn't have any trigger to you. There's no reason for it to be physical anymore. You're done with it. You set it down and you just ascend into the frequency of harmony, which is the same as light and love and heaven. Oh my gosh. Okay. No, I don't feel bad about the flies. I'm like a horse now. I know why horses have tails. I know why they swat the flies now. It totally clears my air, my aura. Swinging my arms around. What the heck, flies? Okay. Return to unity consciousness. Return to innocence. And you will no longer have limitations. You will start, it will look like miracles, but it's actually just returning home. Heaven looks miraculous to purgatory. Okay. We don't have to call it hell. We can call it purgatory. Okay. Heaven looks miraculous, but it's just home. The only reason it doesn't look normal to you is because you were raised and programmed by a prison planet. So prison feels normal to you right now, humans. Believe it or don't believe it. Most people do not want to hear this, so I am not surprised. But it's a state of mind, though. Some people could be in heaven here. It's a state of mind. But the masses, okay? The masses. And if you don't think you're part of the masses, you probably are not 100% self-aware. Okay. Blessings. Namaste.